Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I decided to go for a little walk today, so I thought I'd take y'all with me a little bit. I don't walk much anymore. I used to walk all the time. I loved it. It was always, you always felt good afterwards. And so I'm just out for a little bit of a walk and talk about some of the things that's going into my videos. I know you might know my next video is going to be on PTSD. I will come back into some of the self-esteem ones every once in a while. Talk about raising self-esteem, how to raise self-esteem and stuff like that. And of course the PTSD videos, they're going to sound pretty graphic in some cases, such as, PTSD is caused by a traumatic event, such as rape, witnessing a murder, being in mass shootings, such as school shootings, theater shootings, things like that. Even witnessing a murder or even witnessing a fatal car crash can cause PTSD, and it manifests itself sometimes in dreams. You start reliving some of those episodes in dreams, intrusive memories, and things like that, flashbacks, and all that type of stuff. And also we'll get into PTSD in children. A lot of people don't realize that can happen to children as well. Children in abusive relationships, sexual assault against them, just all kinds of weird things like that. It's pretty warm out here today. It's not right now. It's not as hot as it usually gets, so that's why I'm taking this walk and talking to you right now. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna wipe my screen off a little bit. There, that looks better. Anyway, children can develop PTSD as well, and sometimes the symptoms will start showing up within just hours after the traumatic event. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, or years even. So a lot of people still don't believe PTSD is a real thing in anybody other than military, and that's not true. That's not true. And I hear a lot of people talking about that. Well, you can't have PTSD unless you're in the military, in a war zone, anything like that. Well, stop and think about it. A school shooting, theater shooting, any type of mass shooting is basically like being in a war zone. And so therefore, that makes people that are involved in that survive something like that, a prime candidate for PTSD. They see in mass shootings and stuff like that, when they survive, they see the cops, of course, come in and usually end up killing the person that's doing the shooting. And so then they take everybody, the survivors, out and put them in one area, and then they have to rehash everything. The police are going to question them. What did you see? And this and that and the other. On the way out of the building, they're going to see all these bodies and all the blood and stuff like that. Of course, they witnessed that when the shooting started. Then they're going to sit there and they're going to tell the police everything they saw, which is going through the whole scene. And of course, the police are going to be repeating that to them and asking them a few times about it. And each time they do that, it's going to be like recording a video in your head, okay, in your brain. And then the events, not the events, but the symptoms from that will project themselves, like I say, in dreams, intrusive thoughts, because you imprinted this stuff in your brain by explaining to the police what you've seen. Excuse me. By explaining to the police what you've seen, it's kind of like making a video taping of it in your brain. That stuff is going to start flashing back. You're going to start having flashbacks of it. You're going to be dreaming about it. Now, some people are pretty resilient. Some people, you wonder why everybody doesn't get PTSD. Some people are pretty resilient and they handle things positively, and they're more apt not to get it. Okay, and I'm not saying that anybody, that everybody that gets it is weak-minded or anything like that. It's just that how people handle their situations, and there are different things that you can do or try to do to help try to ease this. So anyway, we'll get to that, and we'll get to that in some videos, and because there's going to be a lot to do on that. And like I say, I'll be coming back to some of the self-esteem stuff, because I know that I hadn't gave you any tips on how to build your self-esteem. Also, as with all my videos on psychological things, I always recommend that you go talk to a therapist or go see a psychiatrist. Getting therapy it doesn't have the stigma that it used to. I mean, there's still a little bit of stigma out there, but not near as bad as there used to be. And as you can see behind me, this is our mobile home park that we live in. So don't be afraid to go talk to somebody, Find somebody you trust, talk to them. And as I go further into these videos, and you start seeing some things, maybe you start realizing that rather than I start naming off symptoms and stuff like that, you may start realizing that, oh wow, I do a lot of this stuff. It doesn't hurt to go talk to a counselor. I don't look down at anybody that does. Shoot, I've talked to them before myself. It's just one of them things. So anyway, like I said, it was kind of a nice day out here. So I thought, what the hey, I'm gonna go out and take a little walk. I'm going to turn the camera around a minute and let you see some of what I'm looking at right now. Sometimes I used to love walking, and sometimes these walks are nice. So check this out. I take it you might have realized that we live by the Air Force Base. So sometimes I have to wait before I talk to you. Sometimes I have to wait until they go over and go by. Sometimes they do that pretty frequently, and then sometimes it's, just a matter it happens whenever. So anyway, excuse me. Yeah, it was a nice day today. I went back to work yesterday. I only have to work 2 days this week, yesterday and Saturday. And because I did take my PTO, which is kind of vacation. And so yeah, I went back to work yesterday not knowing what to expect, because there's been a lot of things happening there where I work. And got a visit by the district manager yesterday while I was there. Of course, still understaffed. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't a real eventful day yesterday at work, but the place was kind of a mess. Needs to be cleaned up, and people out cutting their lawns. The office is cutting the commons area there. But anyway, next week I'll be back to my normal 3 days a week, and looking at taking one more little camping trip to Downetta Hot Springs. But we'll see. You know, have to figure out a time, see what's available. You know, as far as getting reserving a site, and take it from there. But anyway, like I say, it's kind of a nice day right now. I think it's supposed to get up in the 90s, and which is going to be nice, you know, compared to the almost 100-degree days we've been having every day and no rain. Man, I'm wishing it would rain. I'm standing here in the shade right now, so I don't know how well you can see me. And of course, you're going to hear this lawnmower when it goes by. And another jet coming over. Stand here and watch these guys taking off, and they go to make that one turn. If it wasn't, you know, if their canopy over their cockpit wasn't tinted, you'd be able to see the pilot. They're so close to you. Sometimes you can feel like you could reach up and touch them, you know what I mean? Other than that, this is actually a really quiet place. A lot of activity going on right now with the mowing, and this time of day with the jets taking off. They usually about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon they'll take off and fly. They don't start flying until like about 10 a.m. You know, in this park there's a quiet time from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. And they usually don't take off from over there at the base until about 10 a.m. Then they start their flying and stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's just a nice day. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Maybe work on this video a little bit. I don't know how much editing I'm going to do to it. Yeah, it may be all right the way it is. And little fingerprint here. See if I can rub it off. Yeah, I know it looks like I'm picking my nose, don't it? Anyway, And today's trash day around here. You can tell that by all the trash cans you see back here behind me in the video. And we're just waiting for the trash man to come too. So anyhow, like I say, it's just me and my wife and our dog. Me and her have been married 31 years. And we had our 31st wedding anniversary last February. Anyway, it's just me and my wife and our doggie. One of our daughters lives up here where we live, and two of our grandkids. And so we live a pretty quiet life. I don't do a lot of anything really except for mowing the grass and stuff like that. As you can see, our grass is coming back really well. From the heat, and we still have some spots that's in pretty bad shape. Sounds like trash trucks coming now. We still have some spots that are still kind of browned out, and this is the backyard we share with our neighbors. Get out here where I can see what you're looking at. And it's coming along. It's starting to green back up from all the, like I say, all the heat and no rain. It's just a nightmare not getting any rain, I'll tell you. We haven't had any. I don't think we've had any rain for a couple of months now. It's just been hot days. But anyhow, everybody was glad to see me back at work. Us managers, three of us managers that was gone at the same time. We're all back at about the same time. So yeah, everybody's happy to see me back, welcome me back, and so we'll see how it goes from here on out. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here for now. I might pop back on here a little bit later on and say hey. I'm going to do some things in the house. I need to check my emails and stuff like that. So if you like any of my videos, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be posting more and more videos. Getting ready to start on posting my PTS videos next Friday, so you can expect to see that too. And like I say, I'm going to get back into some more self-esteem stuff here after a while. I'm going to kind of give a break from that and do some on PTSD. There'll be some that's done on bipolar disorder, anxiety, things like that. Even talking a little bit about stress, letting you know that not all stress is bad stress. There is such a thing as good stress. A lot of people say, how do you figure there's anything good about stress? Well, you'll find that out in some of these videos, okay? And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day. And like I say, just leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get this thing going. You know, I'm not trying to make any money off these videos or anything. I'm just trying to put some information out there to kind of help some people understand what might be going on with themselves and with the other people around them. So, you know, yeah, like I say, feel free to subscribe. That lets me know that you guys are interested in what I'm doing, okay? So anyway, I'm going to get off here right now. I got to bring the trash can in, and like I say, I might pop back on here later on. All right? All right, bye-bye.